Advertisements Tuesday, courtesy of Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
Start saving for your golden years with a Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme. The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock. CVM News at 7 Tuesday, brought to you by KFC.
KFC Hot Wings, a wing for the win. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, suspected drowning in Rio Grande. Dwayne Vaz pleads guilty to Integrity Commission breaches. And we have an update on the police woman living with cancer.
Also this evening, Jamaicans to receive keys to Florida region. In the business report, Jamaica achieves record international reserves. And in sports, JPL semi-finalists prepare for May 5 clash. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7. I'm Stephen McHugh.
And I'm Carolyn Brown. It's Tuesday, April 30, 2024. It's the last day of this month. Thanks as usual for joining us. 3 people have drowned in rivers in Portland on different occasions during the month of April.
Now, locals and experts are advising swimmers to know their limits when they venture into unknown waters, which are inclined to change with weather conditions. They also remind some rivers may only appear calm at a distance.
Oh, how welcoming the waters in Portland, an attraction making a name for itself with growing popularity.
Very, very popular. Nobody really come here when the river come down and still a fight issue. But I tell you, it's well supported. And it just anybody from anywhere, you come here, do what you want, which you not take away the location. And if you notice how they set up it, so you attract people.
The welcoming markers pull persons from other parts of the island where the sun pelts and the soil is parched. However, in these eastern parts where it almost always rains, understanding the river is very critical. Deception may have played a role in the unfortunate end to a trip which started out of Kingston early Sunday morning to this location. 29-year-old Javon Abrahams, an architect we were told working between 1.5 to 2 years at a company in New Kingston, was invited to explore the fine location, ending up at the Alligator Church Bridge in the Rio Grande Valley with a co-worker and her friend. Sometime after 5 p.m., his family in Seaview Gardens got the news. The former Calabar High University of the West Indies graduate was not on the return trip. Based on second-hand information, Javon jumped into the murky waters and never came up. As his brother told us, whatever took place was an accident and his only sibling was swept away by the strong current. The wait got agonizingly painful as Sunday night turned into Monday night. Search parties combed the area, desperate for any clue to bring closure to what was now a man missing at the river. The premonitions were strong.
When you go in the water, there are some St. John, but as I say, I feel like the strength of the water will carry him somewhere down more on the river. Yeah. And so said, so done.
Finally, an alarm at about 9 Tuesday morning. Javon's body was found, swept down the river, stopping near the banks in the adjoining community of Seaman's Valley. Relieved but still in disbelief, Javon's brother says their mom is trying to cope with this fresh wound and asks for privacy during these early stages of such grief.
Also in Portland, another family has been left devastated following a week of relentless rainfall in the parish. Their backyard farmland broke away, sending mud and debris through a kitchen door, flooding the house and damaging household items. Ronaldo Adams reports.
When it rains, it pours. And uncertainty lies ahead for this family, comprising a father, son, and grandson, after a landslide ravaged their home and wreaked havoc on their belongings on Monday. Disaster struck when water levels rose from torrential rainfall in the Buff Bay Valley region of Swift River, Portland. The son, Raymond Graham, recounts the experience, though admitting he was not frightened.
I went down by the school by about 2:30 to pick up my son because every rain was falling. So by the time I reach back, it starts some water running by the back door. So by the time you get the picker and pickaxe and start move, by looking up, that's when we start see the hillside start to come, coming down. And it's like, not much I couldn't do about it. The only thing I run go get a piece of board to put at my window, and by the time that stuff come down and it's burst the back door and all the debris start going inside.
Councillor for the Hope Bay Division, Orton Manahan, says help is on the way.
I spoke with the gentleman today, and the Disaster Risk Management Department within the Portland Municipal Corporation has been mobilized, and we will be reaching out to the other agencies that can provide some well-needed assistance to the occupants of that house.
Head of forecasting at the National Meteorological Center, Dr. Lawrence Brown, says the atmospheric conditions affecting Portland are caused in part by a regional trough, which is expected to move across Jamaica and dissipate by Friday. Renaldo Adams, CVM News.
And in this update, People's National Party Member of Parliament caretaker for Central Westmoreland, Dwayne Vaz, appeared before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court to answer to the Integrity Commission's charge of failure without reasonable cause to provide information requested. He pleaded guilty to the charge relating only to the failure to provide the additional information on the day it was due. During his plea, Vaz said he intends to argue his case based on a May 18, 2021 letter from the IC stating his statutory declaration up to December 31, 2019 had been reviewed and was found to be in compliance with the IC Act. He explains what transpires today.
When we pled guilty, it was with mitigating circumstances. So when the judge asked what were the circumstances, he asked the prosecution for a summary of what happened. When they gave the summary, they included in the summary that I did declare my statutory declarations. They also included that the outstanding document, which was what this is all about, was submitted to them on the 5th of March 2021. So they did agree on that. But they failed to put in the statement that they gave me a letter on May 18, the same letter that you're still using as evidence. So they failed to declare that today, even though it was given to them in court last time. So what the judge is saying that both lawyers must meet and come to an agreement and come back on the 6th of June. Because he wants to hear the matter, because he's saying why they didn't include this important piece of evidence in the thing. So that is what happened today. So it's not about being guilty of not declaring my statutory declaration, because every document that I was supposed to submit has been submitted. As I stated clearly, it was late. One piece of evidence was late, but it was sent in from the 5th of March 2021.
In another update now to a CVM News exclusive, we checked in with a Major Investigations Division Detective Corporal who left the island in March for medical care. Well, while her treatment is progressing, other issues are arising, as you'll hear in this report from Trisha Gay Kelly, who has been tracking her story.
It's been over a month since Detective Corporal Averine Morris left the island to be treated for her illness. She was diagnosed with squamous cell carcinoma in 2022. It has left her unrecognizable to friends and family and sometimes herself. She's being treated at the Atris Polanco Hospital in Mexico. Her daughter Renicia Raymond says they are grateful for the treatment, but their fight is far from over.
She's okay so far, they're crying almost every day, but she's still holding on and hoping for the best outcome. Because if the treatment works, she'll lose surgery, which is going to cost a lot more because the surgery is not including the treatment.
The corporal is now undergoing immunotherapy as well as hydrogen therapy. Morris's medical oncologist, Dr. Edgar Varela, says after doing a physical examination, there has been some progress.
I saw the improvement with the treatment, but the objective form to evaluate this response or if the treatment works is performed with a CT scan and compare with the CT scan 2 months ago.
The aim of using both therapies is to shrink the tumor, immunotherapy to strengthen the cells, and hydrogen therapy to reduce inflammation of the tissues. The doctor explains, however, there is a possibility things may not go as planned, and in that event,
if the tumor has not shrunk in about 30%, the treatment works for the stabilizes the disease, not for the cure disease. And maybe she had performed immunotherapy and cetuximab for forever.
Treatment ends a little over a month from now. The family thanks all who have contributed to the cause, but Averine's battle to stay alive is just beginning. Donations for surgery can be made to the bank accounts shown on screen or Morris's GoFundMe page. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
The Kingston Eastern Police are searching for 7 men listed as wanted for serious crimes. Here are the details.
The hunt is on for 7 men in the Kingston East Police Division who are considered armed and dangerous. These individuals are wanted by the police for a range of offences to include murder and illegal possession of weapons. Heading the list is Kevin Cole, known by aliases Marshall, Kedman and Kevman. Cole, whose last known addresses are St. George's Road and Glasspool Avenue in Rockford, Kingston 2, is wanted in connection with 2 counts of murder. Next is Kimman Foreman, also known as Kimmy and Nicely, wanted for 3 counts of murder, assault at common law, and illegal possession of ammunition. Tajay Jackson, known as Chinaman, is wanted for malicious destruction of property and possession of a prohibited weapon. Jackson is believed to frequent Wild Street in Kingston 16. Also wanted for murder is Mark Beckford, whose whereabouts are often traced to Corner 1 Lane in Rockford, Kingston 2. Antwain McPherson is being sought for wounding with intent and is known to frequent St. Benedict's Height in Harborview, Kingston 17. Stephen Mars, alias Evil Boss, is wanted for murder and shooting with intent. He is known to frequent multiple areas, including Grand Ridge Park in Nannyville, Kingston 3, as well as Little Telephone Street and Maiden Street in Kingston 16. Lastly, Richard Higgins, also known as Bob and Gringo. He is wanted for shooting with intent and is frequently seen on Wellington Street in Kingston 16. The Kingston East Police are urging these men to surrender themselves to the Elletson Police immediately. Additionally, members of the public are reminded that harboring fugitives is a criminal offense punishable by law. If you have information about their whereabouts, you are urged to contact the police. Natalia Clark, CVM News.
More to come from CVM News at 7 after the break.
CVM News at 7 headlines Tuesday, courtesy of Heart and Estate Trust, Jamaica's Human Development Agency.
So I'm at a party vibing with a 10. At least I hope it's a 10. But I'm not sure because my contacts fell down the bathroom sink, so I can't see a thing. I don't know what to do. What I do know, though, is the smell of KFC hot wings. Delicious, irresistible wings I can enjoy with my eyes closed. KFC hot wings, a wing for the win.
Truth is, HIV affects everyone. Truth is, avoiding care leads to a weaker immune system. That means you could get really sick. The truth is, the hardest pill to swallow isn't the medication. It's the problems that follow when you don't take them. Let's get through this together. Remain in care. You can live life to the fullest with HIV. And that's the truth. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Get ready! The best ever international meet to be staged in Jamaica. The inaugural Jamaica Athletics Invitational, a World Continental Tour Silver with a star-studded cast of international and local stars. Saturday, May 11, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at the National Stadium. Featuring the Olympic champion Hansel Parchment, former world champion Fred Curley, British record holder Zarnell Hughes, rising triple jump sensation Jayden Hibbert, Kyron McMaster, and Kristen Coleman, two-time world champion Danielle Williams, former world champion Nina Asher-Smith, world record holder Toby Amusa, world championship medalist Shanika Ricketts, Marie-José Talou, St. Lucian Hot Shot, Julian Alfred, Nia Ali, Rochelle Clayton, Kemba Nelson, plus a surprise entertainment package never seen before in Jamaica.
Thanks for staying with us. The government is moving to respond to critics who say billion-dollar earnings from tourism are not directly impacting workers. Well, in his 35th sectoral presentation, the Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett expresses optimism for expansion in the industry with no worker left behind. Here's Raman Gordon with the details.
Tourism's giving more for 2024. That's according to Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett, who's on a mission to change the labor market dynamics in Jamaica's tourism industry. The industry grossed a historic $4.38 billion last year, representing a 6% increase over 2022. In the first 3 months of 2024, Jamaica earned $1.24 billion from well over 1 million visitors. Bartlett expects the market to only expand, and he wants no worker left behind.
We are upskilling and certifying thousands of tourism workers and high school students through free programs offered by our Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation. The most critical element that must be addressed is the capacity of the worker to provide greater levels of innovation on the job and to be able to give a higher level of productivity.
The Prime Minister at an event in March reiterated a similar call for increased productivity. However, the tourism industry has come under scrutiny over the years, despite being highly profitable, facing critique over revenue and contract arrangements for tourism workers. The minister says the government's working to bridge the earning divide.
As the industry grows and as it expands, it brings with it benefits and employment for all people of every area. So we are linking micro and small farmers directly into the buying process. We were able to connect 1,100 of them. Nearly 300 buyers have already sold $1 billion Jamaican dollars to the hotel industry.
The minister also revealed billion-dollar earnings in other areas. The Kingston and Montego Bay airports generated 30 billion Jamaican dollars last year, employing over 7,000 locals. Departure taxes, airline passenger levies, and other fees raked in a combined 36.2 billion. Meanwhile, the Tourism Worker Pension Fund TWPS now has 1.63 billion Jamaican dollars in contributions. Over 9,000 persons have registered so far.
What that means is a pool of domestic savings, the size of which the region perhaps has never seen, will give Jamaica that ability now for us to convert domestic savings into investment.
Ramon Gordon for CVM News.
Now to some positive news on the housing market. Zuki Trucking and DM Equipment Company Limited have proposed an avenue for low and middle income earners to own a home in Jamaica. Investors got a first look at these startup units today at the company's headquarters on Chesterfield Drive in Seaview Gardens. Trishki Kelly has more.
A new housing option is available for low and middle income earners. A solution highlighted at the Zuki Trucking and DM Equipment Company's first look event on Tuesday at their headquarters on Chesterfield Drive in Seaview Gardens. General Manager for the Jamaica Mortgage Bank, Courtney Winter, emphasized that the time is ripe for developers and investors to come on board.
Given the economic conditions which are affecting the housing market today, what we are seeing is a softness in the higher segment of the market. We're seeing increased inventory, and therefore we think that the opportunity lies with low income to low middle income housing.
But how much would this cost individuals, and would their NHT benefits apply?
Average price of about $7 million. It is definitely below the range of NHT, who is offering a 7.5 to an individual, and for a couple, about $15 million.
Speaking with CVM News from the comfort of a modular unit, Project Manager for DM Equipment Company Limited, Josh L. Campbell, outlined what a buyer gets with this $7 million purchase.
You get everything that you see here without the furniture, but it includes the air condition, all the interior electrical and plumbing amenities. So when you purchase it and assemble it on your land, all you'd have to do is connect your external and plumbing and electrical.
The units are not constructed to be customized vertically, but options are available to build horizontally if one chooses to expand. Many would think of living inland, but for those thinking of placing one of these prefab units by the sea,
the frame of the containers are made of steel, and of course metal tends to rust. We can add additional marine coating on the steel frames to prevent that from happening near seasides or near any water bodies.
Though not the first of its kind worldwide, housing developers and investors welcome this innovative addition for low and middle income earners. Trisha Gay Kelly, CVM News.
Do stay with us for the business segment coming up after the break.
Show mom some love with Bashko this Mother's Day. Spend 6,500 Jamaican dollars or more in Bashko for a chance to be the lucky winner of a weekend getaway for two by Ocean Coral Spring, a Gencare gift certificate, or an air fryer plus a Bashko branded basket of goodies. Competition ends May 7th. Grand draw will be May 9th at Bashko South.
Jamaica Mountain Peak Turmeric Latte.
They say that them really want a latte with twist for make you flaunt. Turmeric packed with pumpkin spice, chewy flavor with delight. It really, really nice. May I have to say it twice.
Jamaica Mountain Peak Turmeric Latte with pumpkin spice. Served hot or cold. Sip it slow or savor the vibe. However you desire. Just add water. Available in supermarkets island-wide.
It really, really nice. May I have to say it twice.
Emmanuel Boutique kicks off its Mother's Day celebration in style with savings you have to see to believe. It's a store-wide clearance sale April 24 to May 4 that you can't afford to miss. Fresh, cool, fabulous looks of the season at prices you won't believe. Because, Mom, you're worth it. Emmanuel Boutique Mother's Day store-wide clearance sale. Visit them today at shop number 4 Village Plaza. Telephone 876-754-9158.
This is your smartphone. These are your NCB credit cards. And this is NCB Pay. NCB Pay transforms your phone into your wallet. Secure, quick, and always with you. Whether it's paying for groceries, grabbing coffee, or getting gas, NCB Pay has you covered. Using advanced technology, NCB Pay ensures that your transactions are protected with top-notch security. Skip the lines. With just a tap, you're on your way. Don't just pay, NCB Pay. Download the app today.
Do you really want to stick with the same old insurer? Taxis, minibuses, coasters.
Your association TODS and Marathon Insurance Brokers have negotiated the lowest premiums ever. A 2015 Toyota Probox valued at $1.4 million. Your comprehensive coverage is $75,000. Pay as low as $30,000 for third-party coverage. A 2014 Toyota Hiace valued at $3 million. Your comprehensive coverage is $173,000. Pay as low as $40,000 for third-party coverage. A 2012 Toyota Coaster valued at $4.5 million. Your comprehensive coverage is $250,000. Pay as low as $77,000 for third-party coverage. Call your association today or call MIB Insure 876-929-1468.
No worries. Big savings.
Good evening and welcome to the Business Report. I'm Andrew Laidley.
Investing in real estate is almost always a guaranteed pathway to create and build wealth. But based on where the stock market is now, Senior Vice President for Investment Banking at Mayberry Investments, Dan Theok, is suggesting it may be prudent to invest in other asset classes. He was speaking on Tuesday's edition of Mayberry's Virtual Investor Forum.
Real estate, you have to be careful right now. It's kind of overheating a bit, especially residential real estate. We certainly would love to see more affordable housings coming to the market. And then the market for rental on the residential side is really kind of long right now. There's, I think, excess supply if you're not careful. And so we think equities are naturally the best bet in terms of asset class for that money to get shifted to.
Now, Theok also says he's optimistic that the Bank of Jamaica will cut interest rates in the coming months as inflation trends downwards.
We're going to see the BOJ rates come down. Whether it's in 3 months' time or 6 months' time, I can't say. But the inflation numbers are what we want to watch. We know a lot of our inflation is imported inflation, and there's so much geopolitical nonsense going on in the world right now. So there is some noise there. But we saw the March numbers come out. It was within range. And if you look at the last 3 months and you look at the graph, you can see the trend is headed down. So, you know, the idea of having 10, 11, 12% on 30-day CD rates, I think, isn't sustainable or necessary if inflation's, within the target. What I like about that is the BOJ will be able to very quickly send a price signal. And so I look forward to seeing a 200 basis points drop on those 30-day CD rates.
Now, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke is emphasizing the importance of having record net international reserves totaling $5.137 billion. The Finance Minister took to social media platform Instagram on Tuesday to explain the significance of the historic achievement.
Having a high level of FX reserves lowers economic and investment risk and supports greater levels of investment. Increasing investment is necessary to support jobs, revenues, and improved standards of living. Economic resilience means we can weather economic shocks, whether they be from geopolitical tension, war, commodity price related, or natural disaster sources. And these shocks, though they may lead to temporary setbacks, economic resilience means that they don't derail our plans because we recover quickly.
And that's your business report. Up next is your market summary. Do stay tuned for more CVM News at 7 with Curlin and Stephen after the break.
So I'm at a party vibing with a 10. At least I hope it's a 10. But me not sure because my contacts fell down the bathroom sink, so I can't see a thing. I don't know what to do. What I do know though is the smell of KFC hot wings. Delicious, irresistible wings I can enjoy with my eyes closed. KFC hot wings, a wing for the win.
What do you call it when you've made perfect even better? They've set the bar and we have raised it higher. Above and beyond, that's just our starting point. We've outrun goals and set a whole new standard. Around here, we call that the Blue Diamond Standard. Made with 100% almonds, Blue Diamond is dairy-free, soy-free, and cholesterol-free. Almond milk with more calcium and less calories than regular milk. Proven to lower cholesterol and blood sugar. There's a new standard to beat. The Blue Diamond Standard.
Why wait? Achieve your goals and dreams today. Whatever you've been putting off, do it today with Quartz Ready Cash. Get a Quartz Ready Cash loan of up to $1.5 million to help you get started. No guarantor or collateral needed. It's quick, easy, and hassle-free with up to 36 months to repay. Visit any of our 48 locations to get your Quartz Ready Cash loan today.